Hey, this video here is going out to Warren Weaver. Um, you don't, my friend, I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry it's taken as long as it has. It's just, quite honestly, the biggest portion of the problem is that once we got past all the coding issues and everything else, which I've heard all the excuses under the sun, and now I've got umpteen million excuses for you too, and I hate that. Ultimately, it's my problem, and I apologize to you. I'm running behind. And I'm running behind mostly because I'm trying to figure out exactly how all of this is going to go together. So just to give you a brief update and video is I went ahead and I molded your axe head Kydex sheath, and I had to first of all make a block, and that was a little bit difficult to not too hard, but a little bit difficult to figure out how, so I could mount the tech lock system. Then, on top of which, I was trying to figure out a release method for releasing the axe head once it's in the sheath. And not a whole lot of how-to videos on axe head Kydex sheath making. Any case, so maybe I should have made one. This one here is pretty awesome. I know you want to go straight up black, and unfortunately I didn't have a black snap. But then again, looking at the axe head, which you'll see, it's not 100% black either, so it'll match up pretty good. Now, I still have to put my eyelets in. I haven't done that just yet because anytime you do that and try to make changes, you get dust that'll scratch, and you just can't get rid of them. So that's going to be the last thing I do. I've got the release here, and the neat thing, I know you're left-handed, I've got it actually to where if it sits on your left side and you release it, you can just push that axe forward and it's in your hand ready to rock and roll. So that was the other thing, is I wanted it not only to be something that holds it, but something to where you could put it in service quickly, immediately. That's another thing another area I was working on. Another thing that I was trying to do was incorporate the Kydex sheath for the Badlander, for your Badlander, and I wanted to incorporate it, like we had discussed, with your axe head sheath. So I did come across a few things that I was working on, and one was just to attach it. And pardon me, I'm trying to steady the camera and do this at the same time. Attach it to the back. Well, that developed a few issues also. I can do that, and I tried. I went ahead and I molded a piece and everything else, and I bolted it up, and everything looked good, and yada yada yada, and then I got mad, and then I cut it up, and then long story short, that just wasn't going to work. Because, say you want to carry the knife without the axe, then you'd have to disassemble everything and reassemble everything, and it was just going to turn into a pain in the butt just for you to be able to enjoy your knife or use it for work with your knife alone. So then I came up with this setup. I know you wanted to go straight up Kydex, but Kydex is not as forgiving as leather. So this system here, once it's put in place, you can bolt it right up to your belt. You can have your knife all on the back end of the sheath, and because you see the problem with the Kydex is even though the tech lock will release, it wouldn't slide in and out of the Kydex. And if I tried going wider so that it would, well, then the sheath was knocking and rattling and making a bunch of noise. Still, not any good. No good for you. So I had to figure something out for that. So I decided, well, all right, we'll go minimal leather because I know how much you wanted the black Kydex. I am going to dye it black, just like this retainer strap here. Now, quite honestly, this sheath was so tight, I didn't really need it. But I kind of feared not having it on there. So I went ahead and I included it because I wanted to make sure that it was going to work, hold everything securely. Lord knows, when you're in the field, if anything should happen, I'd hate for the handle to get brushed up against something, knocked out, and then all of a sudden the axe head flies out the front end and cuts a toe off or something. I definitely don't want that happening. So here's the basic setup, and I'll get, once again, I'll get all the eyelets in. I got everything drilled and ready to go. I'm letting this leather here dry so that it will kind of mold itself a little bit, and then I'll dye it and clean it up, make it all pretty, and I'll stitch it to the Kydex. I chose to stitch the leather to the Kydex rather than using snaps or rivets, and the reason being is up inside I wanted as little to no metal that may create friction against the axe handle, the knife, or anything of that nature. Now it is a threaded wax, or I should say it's a wax coated thread, and the beauty of it is that once you stitch with it, it locks in good and tight. You can buff it down, and it's a very, very, very strong stitch. So I went that route, and here I am at the moment as far as your sheaths are concerned. Now the knife is done. I haven't taken a bunch of pictures because I still have tape on it and stuff like that, and I don't want to untape it and tape it and untape it and tape it. But I'll give you pictures and video of everything as soon as I'm done with it, and I'm going to get it to you just as soon as possible. I figured it took this long. I want it to be great. I'm not going to sit and just try to rush through it now, but I can't wait to get this done. It's riding heavy on my mind, and it's keeping me from other things, and it needs to get done. So, plus, I want it to be something you're going to be totally proud of. I guess I ran my limit on the last video, so I'll go ahead and put this together. Maybe I'll have to edit it. In any case, like I was saying, the camera shut off on me. Warren, I thank you for everything. I want this to be something that you're totally proud of, something that you're going to get years of service out of, and, you know, I really do appreciate you. So this means a lot to me. I want to make it look good for you, and I'm going to do my very best. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll post a video and some pictures of the final product when I'm done with it, and I do believe it's going to be pretty awesome. So, alright, I think I took enough of your time. Y'all have a great day. Please visit Goss USA on Facebook. I got a campaign going. I'm trying to raise some money so that I can afford to mass produce some knives so that I can you know, just move up to the next level. I need to do it because one knife at a time, or 3-4 knives at a time, it's hard. I'm getting there, but it does make it a bit hard. So, well, with that, guys, please feel free to visit my sites and my Facebook and comment. I look forward to seeing you all every day. And, oh, my new catchphrase, I kind of like it. But y'all have a great day. Stay sharp, my friends.